Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on the 708 and start getting some of the 3-point parts switched over off that 707 parts tractor. I'm going to put the grill and that white band off of that 707 on here. This is that grill. The other grill, I think, yeah, I've got it over there by the other tractor, but it's very, very rusty. Look back in other videos, you'll see. And then this is the band off of this 708. You can see it pretty crappy looking too. So you can't actually get those new. They got them, but I got a new one actually on my 707. But I'm gonna put that one off the 707 parts tractor on here. Kind of, you know, I don't want all this stuff up here to just be new right away, and the rest of this tractor kind of be original. When I go to actually restore the tractor, we'll see. Might put new stuff in. If this stuff's okay just to repaint it, then we'll use it. But I'm gonna get this tractor inside. It's kind of spitting rain a little bit, and it's really windy and a little bit kind of cold out, so I'm gonna get it inside and we'll continue to work on it. Here's a quick side shot, that white band and stuff. I will take this grill back out again. Got it here. But yeah, it does made it look a lot better. I'm gonna take it out, I got little twist locks to put on this side. This side here does have them in, but I think it made the tractor look a lot better. You know, it's definitely, I mean, it's not perfect by no means, but better than that old rusty looking stuff. And actually the grill had a couple holes in it, so looks a lot better. I'm gonna be working on the 3-point stuff here now. All right, so I got the first 3-point arm off here on this part 707. You can see they actually had these on upside down. This here is supposed to be on the bottom. This is what the tops are. You're supposed to be able to pull the pin out, and you know, you could rotate or move, help get hooked up to your implement, basically was the idea. And this was supposed to be the bottom part, so not too bad. All you gotta do is I'm gonna put this one. This was the technically like the left, as you're seeing from the back side, this was the left arm. If I put it on the right, put this on the left on the 708, then I'll have everything back to how it was. So these here are not original for like a 708. This is actually be like G1000. So we are going to be looking for maybe some of them, or I could probably make them even, but that's what we got. Or go get this arm here, put on the 708. Okay, the lighting isn't quite the greatest in here, but like I said, it's really windy out today. I didn't really want to have to open the door and get more light in. So this pin down here in the bottom is obviously not original. It's just a bolt. Somebody put like another 3-point ball thing on it. This helps space it out because it's so long. But that's what I'm just going to put all this stuff back on for now. I will get some pins for it, or have them made, whatever I got to do there. But for right now, I'm just trying to get this 3-point stuff on here and at least make it look complete instead of just the stuff I got hanging here for right now. So we'll start putting this arm on. Let's see, try to get you in a spot where at least have decent lighting of some kind. That up in there. There we go. Just gotta spin this nut on here. The other way. Be good enough for there. But yeah, and like I said, so then I am missing, there's supposed to be like a pipe that'll go from here over, and then it's got a nut welded on the end of it to screw on here. That won't be very hard at all to make, so I will just make that. But yeah, that shouldn't be bad. That's just like a sway arm. Limits how far this arm can sway side to side. And then the cylinder mounts down here, that's what those are. And they go up into right here on the arms. So like I said, I am going to put 2 new cylinders on. I might put one of those cylinders on here just to hold this up for now. So that way I had a chain wrapped around, but could free up that chain if I just put a cylinder on here quick. I am going to talk about switching this box. I need the valves off that. They're like little valve blocks off that 707 that'll mount on here. So, and this does have this little extra step. A lot of times those are missing too, just to help when you go up the ladder and you got something else to stand on there. So that's what we're gonna be doing here in the next couple weeks. I am gonna get that tire put on here, paint that rim, put the tire on, but I need a good warm dry day to be able to, probably a whole weekend really, get the tire off one day and paint it, that rim, and then the next day kind of after that paint's dried, be able to throw the tire on quick. So anyways, we're gonna keep working on 3-point. Okay, so we got the 3-point pretty much all on. Obviously I got to get a few pins made. They just got different bolts and random things kind of crammed on there. Got the top center link, that was even with that, got that on there. So like I said, at least you can kind of tell what all them brackets and stuff were supposed to be for. Got the 3-point hanging on it again. I'm gonna get some cylinders for it, so that'll be good. I gotta get this box switched over and these hydraulic valves I talked about. Thinking that'll be its own video. We'll do kind of just talk about, you know, the whole hydraulic system, I guess, is what we'll do there, because I want to get the pump off. This pump that's on here is not original. This is something somebody had basically just put on there, I guess, probably a field fix or something. But and they got all these lines not where they should be. So I want to get all that back to original. We'll put all that stuff off that 707 on here. But yeah, that's the plan. So I'm gonna get the grill out. We're gonna pop them inserts in. I'll show that quick, and I'm gonna show how exactly, you know, like that band and the grill and all that, for the guys that don't know how that all gets mounted in this tractor. Stay tuned. Okay, I got that screen back out. I was just gonna show you. So there is 2 bolts right up in there. You kind of see like this tab here is actually to help hold the grill. So that's what underneath these bands look like. And obviously there's just 2 bolts on each side, on the sides here. So total of 6 bolts holds that on. Not too bad. Just try to kind of keep it pulled up tight along the edge here. But yeah, I got a couple inserts I'm gonna put in that grill, and then I'll kind of bring you back here when I got them inserts ready to put on. I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, I'm just gonna show you these little twist locks and how these stay on here. So there's just this little back piece. You just gotta push that down on, and then this keeps this twist lock piece in here. So just try to get that shoved down and really keep this. It's supposed to retain these clips in so they don't fall out. So there's that. But overall, not too bad. Most of the parts guys, you know, like Jay and Clint, they got these too. I got a bunch of used ones laying around here, so they are available if your tractor's missing them. Same with like the G1000, G900, 670 Super, any of those. Any of the later models use this. So of course not the 50 series though. But you know, try to get this guy in here. I did go to the sewer swap meet the other day. This is Sunday. I was there on Friday. Picked up a few things. It's always fun going there. Never know what you'll find. I always come home with way more than what I need, but Dad got some blocks and heads for his 706 diesel that he's working on, and I got a generator, like one of them tack drive generators for like a 706 diesel, or I'm gonna put on my 708 diesel because it's got an alternator on that's not original. The tack don't work right now the way it is. without having that tack drive generator. So I picked that up, and just a couple toys and just some signs, things like that is what I picked up. Pretty cool, like a Minneapolis Thresher Company flag. I'll probably show that sometime, but not you know, nothing original there. Same with the signs, it's all just remade stuff, but just neat pieces to go on the wall. But the flag, it's got some old threshing machines and a couple steam tractors like that on it. It's a good size flag too. Maybe 4 foot long and 2 or 3 foot wide, I'd say. Be definitely big enough to go on an outdoor flagpole. Not sure if I ever will actually hang it up, but maybe for a day or something. Put some tractors by it, take some pictures. This hole here, I don't know if you guys see that on the screen, or your screen, but looks like it had split out and they got some wire kind of tied, so just kind of fighting this a little bit, trying to make sure I get it down exactly where it needs to go. Should work there. Okay, so now you just kind of get this grill kind of popped up in here. Said this, get the top up in behind that piece I showed. Of course it fell. There we go. Get it in there. Get it all situated and start twisting these things in. There we go. Like I said, not perfect by no means, but it looks a heck of a lot better than all that rust that was on here before. So, not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm going to get it out. We'll see. This might be the end of the video. We'll see. Okay, now that we got it out of the shop, I was going to show you this. Obviously, it looks a lot better. Better than just the rust. There's holes and stuff in it before. Looks a lot better than what it did, what we were after. I'll show you again the 3-point stuff. Tractor runs really good. Here's the 3-point stuff. Got it chained up for now. Like I said, we're gonna get some cylinders for it. Yeah, overall this tractor is coming along slowly but surely. Little by little we're gonna get there, but anyways, I'm gonna cut this video here. Once again, thank you guys all for watching, and continue to like and subscribe. I think in my next video I want to start getting some of that the sheet metal switched over on my 707 LPs, so that'll probably be what you see out of me next. But anyways, thank you for watching.